Hello guys, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. It's me, Sammy, and I'm with a good friend, Ryan. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm all good, man. I'm a little bit gutted about the Werner thing. If you don't know what's going on, today Chelsea at Stamford Bridge did an open training session. So this is basically a training session in Stamford Bridge that is free for all Chelsea fans to watch. And I will get the video up for you guys. And unfortunately, the Chelsea team, they gave a fan the microphone to talk. I can't remember what they asked. Ryan, do you remember what the original question was?
I think it was something like, how you feeling about the training session? Some generic question, nothing too much.
And then the kid responded with, "Get Werner out of my club," in front of the players, the fans, and there is a video of like Tuchel like hearing it. So unfortunately, Werner heard it. They say so. I would like to invite you guys as Chelsea fans to talk about your opinion on this. This is an open stream. Anyone who wants to come on the stream, just put this in your browser and you can talk. I want to hear everyone's opinions. Let me quickly start with my opinion. Look, I don't agree with any abuse to players. Everyone knows I don't like Werner. Everyone knows I don't like Werner. I've given him a lot of hate on the streams. I'm not a hypocrite. But when it comes to abuse, I would never ever abuse the guy. Um, I will never publicly. I've met Werner. I've had a selfie with him. I will always show him respect and love because he is a Chelsea player. He plays for the team I support. I will always back him. I'm angry with him because he doesn't score much, but you would never ever see me give him abuse, especially in real life. When I saw him once on the shoot, I was nice to him, asked for a selfie, shook his hand. That's it. Even though I don't think even though I don't want him to start every week as a striker, I would never be abused. So, guys, let me know. Ryan, what's your thoughts, bro? What is your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, especially, I agree. I think especially with a man struggling, on confidence, like saying that, like everybody, had it. Like it's not good for him. And I don't know. Like my biggest like concern was it really necessary? Like you came in for free. You're enjoying the
Mm-hmm.
occasion. The manager's
Mm-hmm.
there. All the players are there. All the fans are buzzing. A new signing that just came into Stamford Bridge and played for the first time in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it really like necessary to say that? Like, obviously, everyone has their opinions. If you think Werner should be sold, then that's your opinion, and no one can
Mm-hmm.
hold you against that. But was it really necessary to say it in the stadium with everyone in front of Werner, in front of all the managers, when you know this guy hasn't had the best first season, and you know that one of his biggest problem is confidence? So I don't know. I just don't think it was necessary, man, to say that it's not good for Werner's
Yeah,
confidence.
Cool. Let me go to each. Well, yes, Adam. Let me go to each of one of you, so one by one. So Ryan. So everyone's heard my opinion. Everyone's in Ryan's opinion. Fava, what's yours, bro?
yeah. Unfortunately, I was there as well. I've few front rows from Ryan's seat. It was very out of order by the fan. I nearly like literally this close. Take off my sandal. I could have run the tunnel, jumping
Mm-hmm.
in that guy straight away. Man. But all in all, man, I feel like this is more to the fact that all of our fan base have been tapped for the last, I would say, few years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, There's a racism issue with Tammy Abraham a couple of years back. There's a racism issue with Thomas hudson as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never-ending cycle with Chelsea fan base for a nearly decade, I would say, because we all know some of our fan base. I wouldn't say like it's a bit inappropriate to say like racist at times, towards the players, but for today's action, I think this is very different one compared to the one in the past. I feel like this one it was more to the open training session as well. Don't forget there were loads of first timer open training session people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the first timer. Then they bring a lot of kids to the training session as well, which is literally like, are you gonna try to teach your kids to be like this in the future?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main issue that we need to solve in the fan base. And I would like to see the guy get adjusted. I think there were two culprits, I would say, because the video, it got really viral by the next like nearly 1 hour or so on Twitter. I forgot what it is, but you all know CFC something, blah blah FH something like that. So the video was there. It was like literally the guys literally chickened themselves jumping onto a taxi. The lady like chasing them to the Fulham Broadway station, if I heard as well, like 3 miles, like a couple of miles outside of Stamford Bridge. But all in all, it's just I feel like there's a bigger issues than the fan base. I think this is some of the people need some help. You know, I will not be surprised if Chelsea will take action on this one as well, because it's literally attacking of our own players, and the fact that you do it on a live TV in front of the presenter as well. The presenter was I think it was Zach. Zach was was it Zach or Wolfie? Can't even remember. I think it was Zach. Zach was laughing at that point, so it was sarcastically laughing. So what are they gonna do? Like, how long they're gonna take for the Chelsea department to sort out this thing? You know, but let's see in the next couple of days, and hopefully we can find the culprit. And
so we can all agree 99% Chelsea fans disagree. I do know some fans who agree with it. I'm going to try and get them on the stream so we can have a little debate. But no, don't worry, Nipan, I'm going to get to you. Nipan, you're always eating in the stream, bro. It looks like you enjoy yourself. You're always eating good. I'm guessing that's Casper's or Creams.
Creams.
Thought so.
Nipan,
before I start with you, any Chelsea mods, the Blue Odd Army, we need you. Everyone's spamming. So boys,
well,
I need you right now.
I can't block anyone.
No, not you. Not you,
not on
Nipan.
my laptop.
Not you, bro. But guys, the Blue Mod Army, I need you right now. If you want to be a mod, I can make you a mod right now. So guys, please kill these spams. I don't know why they at their big age they're doing spam accounts, but yeah, Blue Mod Army. If you want to be a mod, I'll do it right now. But Nipan, thanks for coming on. What's your thoughts, bro?
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That I think that person who abused him. Oh God. You're his lawyer, Fatter. What should I do? What do you think should be done?
You're a mute, you clown. The clown's talking on mute. Nipan, put your mute. Turn your mic on, you clown. Yeah.
Oh,
Tony and Adam, I'll add you right now.
This is literally more than a society issue, I would say. Tony said, and my issue with some people is like, you have the courageous yourself, like to say it out loud in front of the kids. You know, that's the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know about Tony. Tony's has seen worse than this, probably. But literally, this is like literally almost beyond disgusting. You do it, you say it out loud in front of the little kids. Are you gonna turn the kids into like a proper scumbag in the next couple of years? So that should be the one that concerns me the most. Like, where are we going this? You know, from this, where are we going forward with this? From this accident, are we gonna have, you know, like a young Chelsea fans abuse a lot of our players for the next 2 years also because they only have one bad season? God knows when, man. But I just hope because I just hope those two will be punished as heavy as they is it possible, man.
Can you repeat what you said? Like young Chelsea fans abuse what? Can you repeat what you said, please?
Can't hear.
Who's playing football in the background?
No one.
Before I get
No.
someone's playing football in the back. Someone's got loud TV. I think it's Unipa. No, it's not.
Well,
Oh, it might be Ryan.
It's not me.
Oh, it's Ryan. It's Ryan.
Right.
But Tony, we just introduced the new guests. Tony, you've been a Chelsea fan your whole life. You've been to Chelsea. You've been to Stamford Bridge more than all of us here combined. You're a Chelsea fan, I respect. Mate, have you seen anything like this before? What's your take on this, mate?
Well, I've seen it happen before. Yeah, loads of times.
Yeah.
In fact, far worse.
The worst for me was Bakayoko against Watford.
Well, that not in modern times, but in obviously the older times. Just read Paul Cannibal's book, Black and Blue. That tells you everything you need to know about how what things were like, and what that man went through, and what loads of players went through. So you can't sit here and pretend that things were better back in the day, and that this was an isolated incident, as indeed it isn't in any football capacity, past or present. That said, it's terrible behaviour, and in 2021, it's not what you want to see. And I mean, Francis CFC Stanley was down there. I'll see her tweet. She put out a bit of an audio, and she wasn't very impressed. And most people with any decency inside of them wouldn't be impressed, because it's just terrible behaviour, isn't it? I mean, there you've got the opportunity to speak on a microphone in front of people. It's an open day where the players are there. I don't know, was that Mike? Because obviously I wasn't there, but I've seen the video you've put up. But was it a situation where Chelsea just gave the supporters a chance to say things and ask questions and all that? Was it like one of those sort of things?
Asking the Arsenal versus Chelsea prediction, and the man literally screaming out loud. Okay, so let's be honest, they won't do that again, will they?
No.
And
100%.
in that case, what will happen now? You see, what that does is one singular situation, changes everything going forward. So that spoils the possibility of that situation happening again. So I don't want to go all over the top about it, because I basically slated a player, and everyone's got a right to an opinion. But you have to put, and of course, for that reason, you have to put everything in perspective. However, it isn't great, is it? Let's be honest. Someone said he laughed it off. Well, the one good thing, I suppose, is he knows how much he's loved by the supporters, because supporters don't sing your name unless you're appreciated for what you do. And he is one of those players that took a lot of stick, and a lot of stick from our own fan base. And all right, he missed a number of sitters, he missed a number of opportunities, but he kept getting into those situations. He was always there. His running was second to none. In fact, most of the time his runs were opening up opportunities for other people. He set up lots of players with opportunities, so there's plenty of assists coming from his way. So is he a team player? Well, yeah. Together, everyone achieves more. It's not about one individual, is it? It's about a collective of individuals that produce the right result. And you have to say that Timo Werner is a team player. So no, by no means is it the worst situation I've ever seen at Stamford Bridge. No way. It's minor, actually, by comparison to things that I've seen personally. But it's 2021, and it's a family moment in it, where there's lots of kids there, lots of people that are there looking at their heroes. It's supposed to be a joyous occasion, and why do it? Because it doesn't really achieve anything, does it? Other than the fact, I did see that girl. She went mad, didn't she? The woman that.
The woman went mental. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened there? Because the video stopped, didn't it?
You know what, guys? Let me play the video. So if anyone's not seen, if anyone doesn't know what's happened, let me play it for you. 3, 2, 1.
Scoring 2 against Arsenal, Wolfie.
I want to get some more score predictions as well. Right, I found someone. What's up, buddy? What's your name?
Listen, I got a word. Yeah, let's have it right. Get Werner out the club.
You
Just over there.
Yeah, I'd like to see what happened after that.
Big up to her. Big up to her. You know, fair play.
Yeah. Did anyone see what happened after that?
They both
she
ran.
followed. Everyone on Twitter was following him, and then he ran into a cab.
Yeah.
He ran into a
He
cab.
ran to the Fulham Broadway.
Wow.
Fulham Broadway. And they get a taxi. Those two people.
But apparently he wasn't even a Chelsea fan. But before we carry on, let me give Adam. Let me give Adam a chance to Adam to speak. How are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, he's lucky I was ill today because I mean I would have gone up to him myself in the ground and gave him a piece of my mind. Seriously, that did anger me a bit, you know. I would have gone.
You're cutting off, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking Andy Warhol once said that everyone gets in their lifetime 1 minute of fame, don't they? And perhaps that's his 1 minute moment. You know, well done, mate. There's your moment. Now get in a cab.
Adam, when your internet's working, come back on. Shame that cut out. But
Tony, can
yes.
I follow up on what you were saying about Bakayoko? People were not telling him to get out of the club; they were just telling him that he was shit.
Yeah, but it's the same principle.
That's the thing.
It's the same principle.
I mean, what they were saying was true, though. He was playing shit. He had a bad game. And the fans just
yeah, I didn't mention Bakayoko, and I suppose it's as simple as it's. I suppose Sammy was making a comparison, wasn't it? No, it's fine. It's fine. Sam, I think, was trying to make the comparison. No, it's fine.
Hunter says, "Are you doing Arsenal Way?" Of course. I'll be selling Chelsea fanzines for the first time in over a year at Arsenal Way. And Tony, can't wait to see you there.
Yeah, I'll be there, mate. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I might be there too. So I won't be at the game because lo and behold, away days are just like the lottery. But I'll be in a pub nearby and probably there for a face-to-face fan cam.
Okay, nice. Maybe you and Fava can do a fan cam together. But Ziad, welcome, bro. Ziad, what's your thoughts on the situation?
Timo Werner.
Yeah,
basically, I will have to swear first of all. No?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because whoever idiot said that at the bridge, he's a.
Turn your camera on. I want to see you angry.
One second, let me go on this rant 1 second, Sam, because that guy is actually.
I want to see your face angry. That's why.
No. Hold up.
Me and Zia went to the Champions League final together. He's a real Chelsea fan.
Bro, that guy is an actual dickhead. For you to in front of everyone, you get that chance to say what you want, ask questions, etc., and then you go out your way to take the piss out of one of your players. Cool, everyone probably take the piss out of Werner, but not when everyone's there. At the end of the day, everyone still supports him, right? For you to say get out of the club based off what? Based off one bad season that we all know is a weird season and needs to adapt. So where is this not like? Where you get this information from for you to be able to tell him to get out of the club? And that's this guy is not a Chelsea fan. I'm sorry, no Chelsea fan should be able to think like that. It's a fucking joke. No, it's a joke because. It's actually a piss take because you don't know how that's going to affect him now. Yeah, although people criticize Werner, funny enough, he's the most sung player in the whole squad. He every single game he's getting sung the most out of everyone. So we know we support him. As much as behind closed doors people probably take the piss, whatever, we support him. When he's there, we support him. Because you don't know what that's going to do to him now. Because we all know he heard it. That might break him, and that's it. Like whatever that guy did, and that lady that screamed at him, big up that lady. That guy needs to get booed out. That you ban him from Stamford Bridge. You're not allowed back at Stamford Bridge.
If anyone's watching that has the link to him running into the cab, can you put it in the chat and then I'll play it on the screen for everyone?
I have the photo actually.
Do you have the photo? I want to see the video.
No, I already sent it to you as well.
Can anyone show me? So I want to put it up for the people.
Black.
No, I don't want to show his face for legal issues. I can't do that. But I want to do the running. I want to see the running into the cab thing. And he was. I don't think he's a Chelsea fan. People are saying he's an Arsenal.
Was
fan.
he getting chased?
Yeah, I think.
Gang shit. Yeah, run him down.
No, apparently someone put on Twitter that he spoke to him and he made it clear that they don't want to see him back at Stamford Bridge again, or there'll be like consequences or something. That's what someone said on Twitter.
Yeah, the Chelsea fans will do something about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, if anyone at the mega store sees him trying to buy a shirt, don't allow him. You're not allowed to. We don't know you. You're not recognizable to us. Get out. Always, man.
What does he look like?
Yeah, but that's what happens when.
Sort of clever, man. Nipan, someone's joining you in a minute.
That's what happens when.
Go to Surrey Keys. Surrey Keys.
I'm at the one in Hounslow.
Hounslow. Khalid, you got to go to Hounslow.
I'm at the one in Hounslow.
All right, cool. Tony, is there anything... I'm going to ask you all of this, but Tony, what's the correct way to move on from this?
Well, I guess the more we harp on about it, the more famous the guy becomes, doesn't he? But I mean, I think you have to put it in perspective, right? Everyone's entitled to an opinion. It's just the way he did it and the occasion, wasn't it? It just was no need. So, but you know, there are Chelsea supporters that don't like Werner. We know that. We know that.
Yeah,
to be
I'm
the
one
case.
of them. I've made that clear. Everyone knows I like Werner, but I would never abuse him. Never.
No,
I've had a selfie with him.
He just said get out of the club, didn't he? Did he say get out of the
club?
Tony,
but I mean, there's a difference between saying your shit get better and get out of the club in front of him.
No, you're right. Difference. No, I'd say
he's definitely not a Chelsea fan.
I'm not. You know, I'm not by any means supporting what the guy done. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I mean, it's hit the news headlines, isn't it? So this will be tomorrow's chip paper. I think at Arsenal, the Chelsea supporters, we just show how much Timo Werner means to us, isn't it? And then, you know, it kind of, you know, sort of puts it all into perspective, doesn't it, I suppose?
Hey, Sammy.
Yes?
Sorry. I see this going one of two ways with Werner. This will either motivate him to prove his haters wrong, or it will completely break him. I hope it's the former. Because I really want him to do well at Chelsea. I really do.
One person. We're talking about one person. He can hear 20,000 people sing his name on a match day. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
He's not stupid either. You know, you get idiots in life. You know, I mean, Twitter's full of them, isn't it? We know that. And everyone, all fans, there's idiots in all fan bases. But you know, is it good? No. You know, was it needed? No. Terrible, really, but because of the type of day it was. But you know, he hasn't. You know, it's just embarrassed himself and embarrassed us, isn't it, as a club, because he's made us, you know, hit the news headlines again, hasn't it? You know what I mean? So, but I guess the best way to deal with it is kind of move on from it, I suppose.
I've got a very, very important question from the panel. Khalid, Nipan, this is for you. What is your order from Creams?
1 Coke Zero and 1 Kinder Bueno crap.
Nice. Jealous. Sorry, Tony, sorry to cut you off. But no, I agree with you. It was one person. I agree with you. There's one person. Yeah. No one. There is people who don't like Werner. Everyone knows my opinion on him. I know those people hate him as well, blah, blah, blah. No one's going to give abuse. So it's annoying that one fan is representing Chelsea fans on the media, unfortunately.
It's like those six Chelsea fans in the metro in Paris, isn't it?
Yes.
It doesn't represent 153 or 173 million worldwide that we've got or whatever. 6, you know, it doesn't represent.
I've seen. I think you know him. Do you know Terry? You know, I've seen some Chelsea fans be racist to my friends in a pub in Wetherspoons, and literally the whole pub stood up, started hitting the racist guy. So you cannot. This is why I hate it when people say Chelsea fans. You can't. Every single fan base in the world has a few nutcases, so it's wrong to blame a couple of people to represent a fan base, unfortunately. So it is really annoying.
I got one for you though. I got one for you though. It should be interesting what you all think, if you don't mind. Let me ask you one, guys. Yeah, right. Tottenham, Manchester City fans at Tottenham and Leeds fans at Man United were singing about Rashford and Sancho. Yeah, let the country down. Yeah, they were singing that, weren't they? Yeah, and that all went viral. Yeah, right. So what do you think about that? Right, is that just football banter, or is there something more sinister behind it? Because in the media, there's something sinister behind it. Yeah?
They're going to say it's linked to racism, isn't it?
Yes.
So obviously, I can't talk for.
So let's have.
I can't talk for people who say it. I'm as a Chelsea fan, or my personal opinion, I'm taking that as football banter. Football banter is cruel. I personally love it. People call Chelsea fans 100 names. We say it back. Like we call Liverpool. We say we pay for their benefits, like sign on. That could be really offensive to some Liverpool fans. So bin dippers. So in my opinion, football chants are really cruel, but it's just football. Some fans might actually have a different meaning. Some might actually have racism, but in my opinion, I saw it as football banter. I personally wouldn't sing that "Let the Country Down" song because I was supporting England in the Euros, so I feel like I'm singing bad about my team still. But I don't have anything against it personally. Tony, as an English fan and Chelsea fan, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'd like everybody else's opinion.
Because
because I tell you, I think it's banter. I just think it's banter.
I agree.
But I can see why people are saying it. You have to look at the perspective behind the banter. Why are you singing it? For what reason? Well, it's just two players, isn't it, that happen to play for Manchester United. And therefore, Man City are singing it because Man United are their rivals. Leeds are singing it because they happen to be playing Manchester United, and it's a Yorkshire, Lancashire derby. That's why all that trouble that went off before the game. It was no surprise to me because that went all the way through the 80s. Leeds and United.
Well, let's ask Ryan. As a black man, are you offended from the Sancho and Rashford "Let the Country Down" chant? Because there's two ways to look at it. Is it just football banter, or is it a little dig at the black players, basically? What's your take on that?
You're on mute.
You're on mute, bro.
He's on mute.
Sorry, my bad.
There we go.
It's football banter. I get that, but I just feel like in this time with like Black Lives Matter and racism and how everyone gets offended so easily, I think it's very, very easy to take offense of, especially after what happened after them two missed the pen. So I do get a bit of banter because Leeds United obviously were playing Man United and they're just gonna they don't really like them that much. But I just feel like it was made at the wrong time, innit? And like I said before with the other guy, is it necessary? Because I get it's banter from your side, but other people, especially after what happened to Sancho, or after what happened to Sancho and Rashford, missed those two pens, they might see it as, well, they're only doing it because they're black. Not everyone's gonna see that as banter, innit? And it's also I saw this thing the other day online where what's it called? I don't know if it's too similar, but I saw somebody make a fail compilation of Tammy Abraham, and then I saw someone put a video of him dancing, and then the next clip was a video of a monkey dancing. So and then they might see that as banter, but that's very, very easy to take offense of. So I hear what you're saying. I can get it's football banter, but it's very, very easy to take offense of, especially in sensitive times like this with Black Lives Matter and with all the racism that's going on. So I get it's banter, but don't know if it's necessary in these like.
Don't you think it's like no one ever knows? It's like you almost have to jump into people's minds, don't you?
Yeah, I think everyone,
say, why are you singing that song?
Every individual singing it has probably got a different motive behind it. Some are the racist, some are just singing it as football banter.
Maybe.
Do you know, another example is the Liverpool game. If you don't know, if you've never been to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea are known as the Rent Boys, which is a home. Basically, they call us the gay fans of the Premier League. So when Billy Gilmore was playing for Norwich, as he's a Chelsea loanee, Liverpool fans were singing Chelsea Rent chants, so they're calling him gay boy, blah blah blah, which is obviously homophobic. Tony, again, is this football banter? Because is that where's the line? Where do you draw the line with banter?
Well, you see, this is it, right? I mean, what was right back in the day, does it mean it's right today? Yeah?
It's true, yeah.
Is it right today? You know, let's be honest, right? I think we've all been educated. I was saying things back in the 70s and 80s, I ain't going to lie, right? Out of complete innocence, mind, not with intent. And I think it's all about intent, whether you're intentionally doing something. When you know it's wrong, then that's something else, right? If you don't know, right, and you've said something because that's what your parents have said, or that's how society has said it, right? And then you say something, but you don't realise, right, that that's not acceptable anymore, right? Right? You know, I correct people, say, "Oh, you can't say that," you know, and they go, "What?" And I go, "Really?" You know, and you have that one. A bit like the Claude thing, the Claude thing, right? Now, there was a twist in the Claude thing, you know, when Claude got pulled up and chucked off AFTV, remember? And what he said was perceived as being racist.
And he's told you personally what he actually meant, isn't it, Tony?
Yes, he has. And I've got to tell you, Robbie was in his corner, but then Robbie changed it. Robbie done a video. Then Robbie changed it because he was under pressure because he was losing a big sponsorship. Is it from the Harry's, the Razor thing, or something along those lines? What he was saying is that Tottenham are going to bring out a DVD because they always do, don't they? And after a big win or whatever, yeah. But it was misconstrued as something else. And as it goes, Claude actually said, "I'm really sorry if I've actually upset anybody," even though he had no intention. So going back to what I was just saying earlier, but obviously we don't live in that times now. So we live in 2021. So we have to be, it's the way it is, you know, aware that there is certain things you can say and certain things you can't say. Does it mean, though, that because someone's of a different colour, they can never be criticised? Never. It's almost untouchable for that reason alone. Or, do you know, this is where the balance is all wrong. That's why I hate identity politics, to be fair, because I prefer people to be treated as an individual, and how they treat you is how I expect to be treated myself, yeah, on an individual basis. Unfortunately, the way life works today is everyone gets shoved into groups. So when anyone actually talks on a chat show, they say, as a black person, as a white person, as a Chinese person. Well, no, you're as a human being, that's what you are, yeah? So no one's different. But unfortunately, that's the way society is today. You've almost got to explain who you are up front before you even, do you know what I mean? And that's why part of me doesn't like the modern society. I understand it's made massive progress, but I think sometimes it's gone too far the other way. Because you took that let the country down thing, right? Now, we see it as football banter. But let's say 2,000 people sung that, and let's say 200 people sang that, but with a racist connotation, right? Is that right? It's not right, is it?
No.
When we play Tottenham, we use the Y word. In fact, it's got less and less down the years. We've been very anti-Semitic at Chelsea, haven't we? It's written splattered all over our stadium, right? But Tottenham sing it, don't they? Blatantly, as part of their, you know, and they don't see anything wrong with it. In fact, if you Google it and check out Spurs, it's all about their DNA. So, you know what, man? It's a really, really hard world right now, you know, to get everything spot on. No, I wish I knew that. Sorry, buddy, go on.
No, you can carry on. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's just difficult, isn't it, Sammy? Yeah, I see it as banter, but I don't know. That's the truth, you know?
It's true. I personally believe you can sing. It'd be all right to sing something. long as the person you're singing about isn't offended. So if, like, I admit, I'm going to say this on live camera in front of everyone. I've sang the Y word at Chelsea. Everyone who knows me, I'm not anti-Semitic. I've actually got I'm actually half Semitic, anyways. But everyone knows I'm not anti-Semitic. But if someone told me Ashraf offensive, I was stopping a second. I have stopped. Chelsea made it very clear.
I've stopped.
Chelsea's made it very clear. It's not what Chelsea's made it clear. It's not allowed to be said. So I've stopped it straight away because when I've just sang it in a football crowd, I just didn't think it's offensive, and now it's getting more publicity. People were saying it's offensive, so I have to stop. So I feel like if football fans have more of awareness of what's offensive or not, it'd be much, much easier. So, but we need to know what is racism or discrimination is not going to stop, because there's a lot of banter and some people don't take it as banter. So it's going to be an issue that's going to be going for a long, long time.
Sammy,
but you know what? I ain't black, so I can't think like, you know, like, is it Ryan? Is it Ryan? I can't think the same way. We can't think the same way. We don't know what it's like. We don't know. We don't know. So I don't know. It's a very difficult one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like society is so difficult. Like, there's so many like traps and mazes that you can't go back to. Like, I mean, just everyone being human beings because of what, like, all the racist abuse black people got, and then Asians. It's kind of like you want to like all speak as human beings, but because of like everything that's happened, just feels like, you know what I mean, there's sometimes like no way back. It's like a maze sometimes, you know what I mean? But like what you said about Claude, it's like it's how people, you know what I mean, it's how people see it. Like the thing is, if like 2,000 people, like you said, if 2,000 people are singing that one chant, and then but 200 people are singing it for the wrong intentions, and then 2,000 people hear that, and then I don't know, 1,800 just see it as it's just a banter chant, and then the 200 take real offense to that, then you know what I mean. So it's just how people take it, which is why like you always have to be so careful with what you say, because like people are offended like a lot these days, like, especially with all the racism going on and the Black Lives Matter movements and all the racism. So it's just how you perceive it.
Sammy, if
Go
I'm
ahead, bro.
correct, if I'm correct, we're still talking on the Werner issue, right? I joined the stream.
Of course.
If I'm also correct, I don't think there was any racial thing in what was spoken about, right?
No,
there was no racial stuff, but
no.
I mean, I'm only here for a bit, so I have two things to say on that. One, I mean, the fan was expressing his opinion on Timo Werner, so I don't know. There's much can be said about that. Just give me a minute. Somebody's calling, and just give me a minute. I'll come back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Zion, what's up, bro?
What are you saying, Sammy?
How you doing, bro? What's your thoughts on today? With the
I saw that for Werner. To be honest with you, as much as you know, Werner is as a he's a human being. Let's be real. He's more than a footballer. So you just can't do that. I'm sorry. It's just I'm surprised the way that people reacted. That woman. I think she was saying you get out and all that kind of stuff. There's no way that guy's a Chelsea fan.
I was also screaming as well.
There is no way that's a Chelsea fan. Because to be honest with you, as much as Timo Werner did miss his chances last season, you still don't go out your way and just say that. Especially when you've been given a chance to, express yourself and obviously, ask a question or even but the way you just done that was, I think, disrespectful, not only to the player, but to the club, I think, as well.
Yes, I sort of
but
agree.
I can think.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'll just say something now. I can think of two quite big YouTubers, Chelsea fan, that are quite disrespectful towards Timo Werner.
I'm one of them.
No. They're literally very,
Yeah,
very.
I know who's on about.
You know what I'm on about, don't you? He's quite a big guy as well, isn't he?
But it's limits though, isn't it? Like everyone knows in the watch-alongs, I'm always moaning about Werner. I want him dropped. Jivan, if you watch Rory Jennings reacted to the Werner abuse today. He's against it. He's like me. He doesn't like Werner, but you would never abuse him. So I'm going to just get that clear. Leave Rory alone. Everyone.
Sammy,
Sorry,
just may say one thing.
Yeah, go on, Karen.
What I was saying, yeah.
Go on, Karen.
Yeah, he was. Although I see he was expressing his opinion, the method in which he was the so-called fan was doing, I think, was extremely disrespectful. Mm-hmm. There's a time and place for saying stuff, and I think that was not the right place to do it. But at the same time, this is just a personal opinion, and I know it may be an unpopular one as well. I still feel the media is just bloviating about it way too much, and it's giving it way too much traction than it actually deserves. Mm-hmm. Personally, I don't know what Werner would have thought about this. I hope it doesn't affect him, because I'm sure all throughout his stellar career that he has had,
in the footage, he just laughed.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming at least on face value, it didn't bother him that much. I don't know how much it would affect him outside of it. I hope it does not, because I think players, especially professional soccer players, are used to brickbats and shit being thrown at them. I mean, we see with a lot of the players of color, like, they keep getting racially abused every now and then, which is an absolute other end of the spectrum. This was, at least fortunately, not that bad. There was no racial element to what was said. But at the same time, I think that fan was just trying to get popular. He was just trying to have his 2 minutes of fame. And I think the media shouldn't be giving him too much attention, and he should not be given that much airtime as well. That's just a personal thought. There's a time and place for saying stuff. We as Chelsea fans, we criticize Werner every now and then. We have had opinions where we are like, oh yeah, he should be sold or this and that. I personally have come on and said that if this season doesn't go well for him, I think Chelsea would consider selling him. But I think doing it over there obviously was a bit too much. But again, as I say, we are giving it too much airtime. I think that person doesn't deserve the headspace or the airspace.
Is there any person watching who agrees with him? Because I have a friend, he doesn't want to be named and shamed, but he doesn't see anything wrong. But he's saying he's got the right to criticize a player. He pays £50 a week to watch Chelsea, and he's seeing someone who misses chances every week. He says he has the right as a Chelsea fan to voice his opinion.
But Sammy, don't you think the timing wasn't that?
Yeah, I agree. I think on Twitter he has his right to talk about him. But I think when it's an opening training day, like, what are you doing with your life?
Lots of kids were there, Sammy.
And it wasn't even the relevant question. They asked for an Arsenal-Chelsea prediction. And he goes, "Oh, let me say something. Get Werner at my club." Like, it was just inappropriate. It was definitely staged. Not staged. Like, it was definitely planned. He's probably an Arsenal YouTuber or something.
They were just looking for 2 minutes of fame. They got it. Like, we are talking about it right now. They got it. It's sort of for them, it's mission accomplished.
I refuse to show his face so he doesn't get anything out of it.
That's good. I just hope that person is not a person of color or something, because if people find out who he is, I'm sure he'll get a lot of nasty stuff coming at him, which, again, that should not ever happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong, though. I mean, but I hope it doesn't affect the player. I hope it doesn't affect Timo Werner that much. He's a good kid. He's a good player. He seems like he's very chill. I just want him to maybe take this as motivation and maybe use it in the next games or something to
prove the haters wrong.
You know what? Yeah. Just use it as a motivation to, show that, okay, you spoke shit about me. Look what I'm going to do now to your team coming forward. So
I can't lie. Go back to the point about, the back in the old days. I think it's going to be a never-ending cycle. Next year, we got the World Cup. What happened with the Chelsea? Let's say, I'm not. It's a bit odd to say black players. Look what's going to happen to them if they're having a one bad game. Are we going to having this same conversation again? Like, people going to start abusing players like this? So this is never going to end until they need to be. Go on, Tony.
See, take example for Lukaku. Say Lukaku doesn't do well this season. Say he doesn't basically score the goals that we want him to score, and the fans get annoyed, and they'll start doing these emojis on his Twitter channel, like the Inter Milan fans did, and just start booing him in stadiums and start calling him something like that. So this ain't going anywhere. This hate ain't going anywhere. There will be still a minority that will keep coming back, and there will be most of them that'll be like, you know what, fair enough. But there will be some minority that will continue to, hate on players that they don't like. Simple as.
We're living in a country full of
Sammy?
idiots everywhere. That's
Mhm.
that's our main issue.
Sammy,
Yes, Nifan.
What do you want to say?
Sammy.
Yeah.
I would like to make my opinions clear
Mhm.
on that Leeds United Man United game in which the Leeds fans were chanting, "You let your country down." Now I don't know whether it had some racial undertones to it, but I want to take it as football banter.
Mhm.
I really do.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take it as if it's football banter. But if those fans did have racial undertones, shame on them, and I hope they get banned from Ellen Road.
Well said. Well said.
And from all the stadiums in England, for that matter.
Mhm.
And
Right.
yeah, as for Timo Werner, I really hope this motivates him
Mhm.
and doesn't break him.
I'm sure it won't. He's a strong lad.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think he got offended. I
No, he
heard
just
somewhere that
laughed.
he just laughed it off.
Just like I'm
I mean,
trying
like
to
he
look
just
for the video
laughed
right
it
now.
off.
I'm looking for the video now. You guys carry on talking, and I'll try and find that video for you to put on screen. It's called Tony. Take the lead.
So Tony, are you going
Yeah.
Arsenal away?
Yes, I'm going Arsenal away. I shall be there. I shall be there. Right, guys, let me
You're
ask
so
you a quick
lucky,
question
man.
while we're waiting.
Tony,
Let me ask you a quick question, guys, yeah?
Me?
Yeah, all you. Yeah, all you, while we're waiting, yeah? I've seen in the last couple of days some reports of us being in for Bellingham. What do you think about that?
I think he's a good talent. I think he's a good player. I think he also played a little bit for England, and I think I follow Dortmund. I also support Dortmund, and from whatever I have read about him, from whatever few games of Dortmund that I have seen, I don't get much German football over here, but from whatever little games I've seen, he looks like a pretty good player. But there's so much room for development for him. I think he's just 17, 18, or maybe I think he's. I don't even think he's 20 years old. So I don't know if coming to Chelsea would be like quote unquote that big money move that could sort of put some pressure on him.
He's younger than
Chelsea,
20, isn't he? Isn't
I
he?
think he is. I think he's
17, isn't he, or something?
I think he's 18.
Yeah,
I think he's
18.
18. Okay.
18.
He's
So
pretty young.
with
so-
Bellingham,
Bring up that comment.
Yes, Jem. How you doing, bro? Welcome.
Come on, man. What you saying? Good.
Cool. Congrats on the wedding and everything.
Yeah,
I hope it all goes well.
Living now, yeah. Does it spread that quick? Blimmin' hell.
Yeah,
I didn't
no.
know that.
Well,
Yeah,
I hope-
tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow.
Wait, Jim.
Tomorrow.
I hope you're streaming it on your channel tomorrow.
Yeah, while I'm doing it, doing the wedding at the same time, I'm talking about Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, man.
You're married, Jim?
Yes, Nippin. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but yes, I am
He's
getting married,
marrying,
mate.
he's marrying Sophie Rose.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very, very much. How you guys doing anyway? All good?
All good.
Yeah,
Jem, what's your thoughts on the...
Get Timo Werner out of the club.
Go on, Jem.
What
There we
idiot.
go.
Who's that idiot?
I don't know.
Right.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, go on, Jem. What's your take on it today, man?
What, on the Werner thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full, isn't it? He just wanted a bit of limelight, didn't he? That's all it was. He just thought he'd be the one that stands out and gets a bit of traction, isn't it? So it is what it is. You know, it's just disrespectful. At the end of the day, we can all have our own opinions on players if we think they're crap if they're for our club or not. But you know, going to a stadium, being given the opportunity to talk about, talk in front of many, including the players, why they're there is like once in a lifetime opportunity, and to use that opportunity to slag off your own player just shows how bad our fan base has become from certain minors. Anyway, I'm not saying everyone, but just the minor fans, how bad it's got really in my eyes, and it's shameful, isn't it? Really, when you look at it.
there's a lot of people asking in the comments saying what happens. So I'm just gonna. I know everyone's probably seen it already, but for
I'll
the
be
people
back in
who
2
haven't,
seconds. I've
cool. I'm gonna play
seen
it.
it.
I'll play the
Okay.
video as you're going. So guys, if you haven't seen it, this is the video.
Scoring 2 against Arsenal, Wolfie.
I want to get some more score predictions as well. Right, I found someone. What's up, buddy? What's your name?
Listen, I got a word, yeah. Let's have it right. Get Werner out the clubs.
Ignore that. We've got one more surprise for you. You get out.
One more surprise.
Get out.
You see it, there it is, just over there.
I'm not gonna lie, Favo. It sounds like you. It actually sounds like you.
Bro, I was screaming as well at him.
No, but he sounds like you. Like
He actually sounds like someone I know. On
yeah?
one of my Twitter spaces, I'm actually debating whether it's him. I'm going to have a word with him. But it says Werner, exactly like that as well. Werner. It doesn't say Werner, it says Werner as well. So I'm going to ask him. I'm definitely going to ask him. But
He's definitely going to get bare abuse once he's like named and shamed.
yeah, well, we shouldn't be an idiot, innit?
It's true. It's true.
You know?
This is what happened when
you had to run in a cab. It was that deep.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not abusing no one.
This is what happened exactly when tickets couldn't went on sale, man. Literally, that's what happened.
I'm glad I weren't there. I would have slapped him up. I swear, if he would have said that. Stuff like that winds me up.
No,
So
no.
disrespectful.
Violence isn't the answer, Jen.
It is sometimes, mate.
Depends. Yeah, it depends. Some people need a good slap, you know. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, big right hand slap. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
Jem, what are you doing up this late? You'll be ready and fresh for tomorrow now?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I should be sleeping,
Tell me
isn't
the
it?
location, man, so I can do like a Jorginho for Ballon d'Or whiteboard, yeah?
Got the block jumping.
Monster said if I've got
Man, like monster.
I'll say Cathedral.
Hey,
I'll say
Monster,
Crusty for the Ballon d'Or. I'll say Jorginho for Ballon d'Or. I'll say Werner for Ballon d'Or. I'll bring on Lewis as well if he's free.
Lewis is coming on later. He's just streaming for a bit.
I won't be here anyway by the time he comes on. I can't be listening to his crap agendas, stinky agendas, man. I'm listening to that crap.
Oh my word!
On a serious level, how many goals do you think Timo Werner's going to score this season? Like, I've not asked you, Sammy. So go on. What's your thoughts? Like, how many do you think we'll get from him?
10 plus. 10
plus.
10 plus.
Everyone knows my opinion on him, so I don't know. Lukaku, it probably help him, you know, because this is what Werner said in an interview. He said Lukaku puts the spotlight off Werner defensive wise, so all the hench defenders are going to look. So they're going to focus on Lukaku in it, which gives Werner a bit more space in the wide angles, and that's what Werner likes. So it could help him. So I am thinking he'll get more than last year. I can't give you a number.
3 more?
Yeah, one or 2 more.
He's got to get double digits.
Johnny, come on,
money.
Money!
I think he'll get double digits.
I like Johnny. He's pro Mason Mount. I like that. Actually, yeah, Johnny, you got to come on for this. Jem, to answer you, I'll say 10. I'll still think 10 to 15 range, and then
I agree. I think it's going to be anything between 10 and 14 goals. That's what I've got in my head. I hope so, anyway. Because if he don't, I think he might go. You know, unfortunately.
And what about Lukaku?
He's got to get anything between. I think the minimum 18 goals. He's got to get at least a minimum 18 goals. I think that's minimum.
The fan base will treat him like the way that. Like I would say,
we're so desperate for a striker. I think everyone will back him. We're so desperate.
My concern is the fact that some of our fan base are racist. We all know that. If he has one bad or 2 bad performances, the fan base will start panicking. With that cloud emoji like the Inter Milan's fans did. So that's literally the only concern that I've got.
But in any club, there's always people that do stupid things. So there's no escape. There's no escape.
They're in every club, man. Unfortunately, it just seems to be getting worse and worse, and it just is what it is, man.
Cycle, Joe. Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly that. But Sammy, what do you think the score's going to be for Arsenal? Are you going for like? Do you think we'll beat them?
Well, I've got it wrong the last 4 times, so I don't want to. I'm usually great with scores, but Arsenal, I'm always getting it wrong. This is the first time in a long time I've been a bit more confident. So I will say, because Arsenal are looking a bit dodgy, but they looked dodgy last time, so they still beat us. I'll say 1-0, 2-0 Chelsea. Nothing major. People are
Lukaku?
saying like 3-0, 5-0. Nah, I think Lukaku will hold up the play and give the ball to the wings. They say Werner or Havertz, but he could score. I don't see why not. But I think Arsenal will be so prepared to stop Lukaku. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
what about you?
They haven't got the power, have they? Ben Scheidt's not going to be able to handle the power of Lukaku. Do you know what I mean? He got done by Ivan Toney. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I think we'll win 2-0. Do I think he'll score? I'm not too sure. I've got a feeling that. I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Werner's going to score, man. He's going to score on point. So I'm going to go with Werner.
After this accident, everyone will back him on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. I've just got this
100%.
feeling that he's going to get a chance, and he will take it. Like it's coming. So I'm going to go with Werner, and I'm going to go with either a Mount or a Lukaku.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I'm going to shoot anyway. I've got to get a bed.
Cool. Nice. Well, have a good day tomorrow.
Thank you for that, man. Appreciate it, guys.
Enjoy your day.
Make sure you smash the like button, guys, and subscribe up.
Joe, we need to collab more.
Yeah, 100%. Just message me, man.
We had a little chat in Euros. We didn't follow it up.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. No worries, man. I'll talk to you in a bit. Yeah. Take care,
enjoy
guys.
Tomorrow, bro.
See you later, mate. Take care. Bye.
Guys, if anyone wants to join the stream, the link is under my fingers right now. And if you want to super chat and help the channel, all the money is going towards a studio and getting Lewis a new camera, because we all know he films on a potato. But anyway, let me stop plugging the channel. Boys, where do we start from now?
Arsenal versus Chelsea. Oh, that's such a. I mean, look, you might say easy win for Chelsea, but them mugs have done us over way too many times for me to be confident going into this game.
Wow, that's like planes, trains, and automobiles. This guy, isn't it? He's literally.
He's been on everything. He's going to be on the tube in a minute. He's going to do it all.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
He's dedicated. He's dedicated to the streams, and I love that.
Is anyone on that bus right now?
I've vlogged my entire journey.
Nice. Life of a Chelsea fan.
Look, I have a freedom pass, so
nice.
I actually travel on trains and buses for free.
So why not? Yeah, you might as well use it.
Fair enough.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not? Let's fair play, lad.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. Just seeing Werner's name at the next match.
Like,
yeah, 100%. After this, he'll get back. We are going to sing his name from the Piccadilly line all the way to Arsenal. 100%. Imagine if that guy got found in the Arsenal end. Wow, that's going to be massive on Twitter.
Guys, it's going to be hit the hour mark, so I'm going to end this soon. So if there's any comments if you want to get your say out here, join this video, comment it, super chat, and I'll get it up on the screen. And even for the panel, is there anything you want to get on or discuss before we wrap up?
I'm probably thinking about where we're going in the next couple of years. Yeah. If Lukaku going to be getting somewhere like accident like this, I'm not sure, man, because there's too many idiots out there. There's always keyboard warriors everywhere. Money.
What's up, babe?
Money, mate.
That'll change anyway. So don't honestly. Life's changing, mate. In the next 2-3 years, you won't even recognise it. Trust me. And you won't even be able to go on the internet, by the way, in the future without using your digital ID.
That's true. That will stop
no one will be able to hide. It'll stop everything. And go on, mate. You want to talk on the bus?
All I'm gonna say is,
go on, Nipan.
Yeah.
Can't hear.
He's on a bus, so his internet's a bit dodgy. But as he's probably going through a tunnel or something. Johnny, how you doing, bro?
Good, man. That if Werner scores,
Johnny,
I hope he runs down to all
Johnny,
the
I know you're a
Arsenal
massive Werner fan.
I'm on a bus. I'm not going into any tunnels.
And one sec, Nipan. Johnny, I know you love Werner more than anyone on this panel, and today must have upset you a lot, no?
Yeah, I was pissed, mate. I think, the event itself it was for the fans, presenting the trophy, seeing them train to start the season. It was intimate. It was meant to be nice. Whether you've got criticisms of players or not, there's no need for that. No need for it. You got to show respect to the players. Timo won Champions League. He was pivotal to us winning it. Whether you like it or not, his contribution was pivotal. And to throw him under the bus like that in front of children and families, it's just you're not a fan. Do you know what I mean? You're just not a fan. You can have your opinion, whatever. That's why we've got these platforms on Twitter and socials. You can have all your opinion all day long. You don't need to do that. Yeah, I mean, he had it planned. Whether he knew he was going to get asked a question or not, or whatever, it felt quite orchestrated. Like, he didn't want to give his name or anything. And then after you saw the girl Frankie video, and he got into a cab with his mate straight away, and smirking and that, like a Cheshire cat. Me personally, if I was there, I wouldn't tolerate it. I probably would have grabbed the geezer and said to security, "Get this geezer out." But no one really reacted, only the girl. That was it.
It's true. Wayne, how you doing, bro? It's been a long time.
Oh, big up Wayne, bro.
Big up Wayne. I think Lewis texted me saying he's jumping on in a bit. But so Johnny, is this gonna lower his confidence? Because you know what he's like.
Well, I think the confidence issue. Everyone knows that Timo is a confidence player. I like a lot of footballers anyway. I mean, if you've been watching football or you play football, you know confidence is a massive part of how you perform as a footballer. Timo's been low on confidence all last season. He went into the Euros, didn't have the best Euros again. So the German fans are already on his back, from what I've been told from German fans. So yeah, it's going to affect him. I think something like that. He's definitely heard it, and I think it can go two ways. I think it could go away in the fact that he saw everyone's reaction to it. So it was negative, but there was a lot of positive that came from it. So like all the fans, social media, the reaction in the stadium at the bridge when it happened. I think that would all play a part to rebuilding that. If there was any confidence lost, I think he's gained it and he feels a bit more connected now. But the fans, like at the bridge, they all cheer for Timo. Fata will tell you, like, you know what I mean? They're all backing him, and rightly so. The thing that gets me is you can criticise your players, no problem. All right, and it tends to be on certain games. Like I criticised Jorginho in the Arsenal game, but I give him his props when he deserves his props, and I still think he's a world-class player. You've got to back your players, man. You can't just criticise and slander and then that's it. I've got no faith in this player. You get him out of the club. He's not worth Chelsea level, whatever. Well, he was worth it last year because the games, the performances he put in was fantastic at times. All right, he doesn't pull the ball in the net, and that's down to, right, this is what gets me, winds me up. We never had a striker last year. Tammy played half the season. Giroud was a bit part player because of the age and what he can offer you up front in a Tuchel system, especially. Forget Lampard, yeah? All right? So you're over-reliant on Timo Werner to get you those goals because we haven't got any other recognised striker. But Timo is not that traditional number 9 striker. That's why you've gone out and bought Romelu Lukaku and you're looking at Haaland. Because you need that young or finished article shithousery striker up front that we've lacked since Costa. Obviously Drogba, but Costa was the most recent. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That will only benefit Timo now, because Timo's that half striker off the main striker, off false nine. So when he played with Havertz, he was decent, as we saw in the semi-final, Real Madrid, as you saw in the Champions League final. He works well with a false nine or a central striker. So now we've got Big Rom there. It's only going to benefit him and benefit Romelu Lukaku as well. So I think everyone has to recognise that as well from last season. You can't just expect this player to come in, hit the ground running, with COVID, training restrictions, not being able to build a bond with all your teammates. I mean, I've gone through all this before. I don't know how many times you need to repeat it for people to understand that it's not only just on the pitch, but it's also outside of the pitch. What goes on behind the scenes that they don't know anything about. And that all plays a role in Timo's performances or how Timo settles in. And all this, he's got a Timberland touch and this and that. Listen, when he was at Leipzig, he was playing off the last man every game. He had space to run into, all right? And he'd be pinging off he'd be jumping off the false nine, and he'd be banging, 38 goals he scored? He was prolific. All right, he missed a lot of chances, but every striker misses chances, all right? But we've been playing against a lot of low blocks. It's a different league. Premiership you've got less time on the ball, less time to think, because it's such a fast-paced league. So he's got to adjust to that. I think this season he will adjust. He's now adjusted to the pace of the game. He wasn't offside at Crystal Palace, was he? He went offside. Not once. But in every game last season, how many times was he offside? So you adjust your pace. I know everyone's lost their hope in Timo.
Pre-season he wasn't offside.
Yeah, so already that half a second, let's say, or even second, that he was always offside, he's not. He's actually bang on. And when he's bang on and that ball goes through from a Mount or a Havertz or a Jorginho, he's onto it like, what? Nothing. Defenders are scared of his pace. Because pace, we know, as we've seen it in the past, kills teams off. They're worried about pace. So I got no question. I think you can start giving it all the big and criticism after about 10, 15 games into the season, not after the first game. Because in the day, we won 3-0 comfortably. And his runs and what he offers plays a role to how we play in the Tuchel system. So that's all I got to say. Like, give him a chance. Every player needs a season before. Not everyone's a Bruno Fernandes who comes in and just hits the ground running. I mean, that guy's a bit of a rare occurrence, but a lot of his goals are pens as well. So, Timo wins a lot of pens. Imagine if he took them. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing.
But let me start with Wayne. He just joined. Wayne, that's
so I rambled on in it. I can't be too long, but I just rambled on, man.
Johnny, that's why we invited you. No, Johnny, that's why I wanted to hear you, because I know you're big on Werner. So you was one of the top people I wanted to hear. But Wayne,
Sammy, Johnny will talk for England, right? This boy will talk and talk and talk till you go blind. This guy just won't stop.
Until you agree, Wayne.
Cheers, Dennis.
Until you agree, Wayne.
Cheers, Dennis. I love all the support. But Wayne, the reason why I wanted to talk to you is, Wayne, on the watch-alongs with me, you've heard me for 90 minutes talk crap about Werner.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard that. Everyone knows that I don't like Werner. But the thing is with me, I want him to succeed. I don't want to sell him. I will always chant his name. Arsenal, on Sunday, I'm going to sing that Timo song. I'm going to be behind him and support him. So there's a difference between what happened today, right? Like, what's your thoughts on it? Like, there's a line, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a line. Obviously, I know I'm a bit late home because I've had a real rough day, and I've seen the video. And obviously, I've had a little chat with Father because Father was there. But it's disrespectful. Like, the thing is, like, Tony, I've got so much respect for, because he reminds me of the true Chelsea fans. Not being able to know one, but Tony was there like my Uncle John.
Tony's secretly plastic. He doesn't go to games.
And he was the old days where it was the shed end when you used to have to fight for your position, where you had to stand on each other. them days when there was a track around the pitch. They're the proper fans. And if them fans was here today, saw that, they wouldn't have it.
It'd be over, innit?
They'd be there and then a bit done.
Yeah.
And Tony, ain't that true, innit? That I wouldn't even stand for it.
Yeah.
And
you wouldn't see half the things that go on. I mean, when you see other supporters, just walking down the Fulham Road, taking the piss sometimes, like Palace, it just would not happen. It wouldn't even get halfway down there.
Especially on the tube, the police would have to separate tubes, isn't it? And carriages.
Honestly, it just don't happen.
Because Tony, the thing is with me is like with Tony, my Uncle John he supported Chelsea for his life, and when I was younger, he brought me up on it. I've known the history. I know what it used to be like. So that's why now, when I saw that today, my heart was like, how dare you come on my secret patch and say something about your own player? It's like, you don't do that. That's something you don't do. It's like going, I'm not saying this horribly, but it's like going to your grandmother and going, spit in your face. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't do that. And it bothers me. It really does. Because I know I'm like not as old as Tony, not being rude, but I'm true because I've been supporting Chelsea since I was 4 years old. So that's 29 years. First game I was 4 years old with my uncle and my dad.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a true, and that's what I hate about these fans now. When they come in here and do that sort of thing, it's like I've never had that before, and it's just, so especially to the player who's given his all, who hasn't had the best of lucks, is struggling with confidence, and you say that is, if he hears it and knows what's going on, and more likely will, because obviously with the internet and that,
I heard it.
That's not going to help. It's just not going to help him. It's just going to make it worse. He's thinking, "What is the fans against me now? Am I fighting against the fans?" When he believed the fans was on his side, and they are. It's just that voice.
I think at Arsenal though, I've got this funny feeling he's just going to get bundles and bundles of love, for 90 minutes. I just think he'll get, I think the whole away end will be all Timo Werner. Do you know what I mean? It'll be a Timo Werner loving night, If anything, to put the matter straight, because we know it's just going to go on for a few days now, and that's the worst side of it. The fact that it's hit the papers and it's on the internet, it's everywhere, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And it's like you say, it's overstepping the mark, isn't it? That guy got inside his Andy Warhol minute or 2 minutes of fame, and there you go.
So,
it's just
Tony,
shit behaviour,
unbelievable. How many times have we been through? Like, be honest, we had like people like, remember the days when we had Vinnie Jones, Dennis Wise, like the monsters of midfield that wouldn't give the fight you which way and form, and you go even back. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's when you was probably younger, like Peter Osgood and all them.
That's slightly before my time. I mean, I come on at the back end of that, so like I'd never really proper experienced like Osgood and and Webb and all those players and Benetti and all that, Harris and all that sort of stuff. My time was more Dixon, Speedy, McLaughlin, Pates, Spackman. You know what I mean? That sort of team. But they were players that used to dig in and
and they didn't care about the confidence. That's what I'm saying. With them, like, you can do that, and they'll probably go at you, they laugh at you, and say, "Yeah, you're not going to get to me."
Yeah.
But these days,
it's a different era now. Yeah,
it's different nowadays. Yeah, completely.
People get upset.
They're too cotton wool to the players as well. They're very.
They are, but it's also the society which we live in now. Yeah. You see, the point I was trying to make right at the start is it shit behaviour? Well, yeah, it's shit behaviour in 2021. But is it the worst behaviour? No way. No flipping way. When people talk about racism in the game today, seriously, you want to know what racism in the game was all about, then go and have a look at the 70s and the 80s, like that, when you had the National Front openly selling their newspapers outside the ground, when you had a top 10 hooligan list in the National Front, papers and stuff like that, and they were out there, like, do you know what I mean? It was all over the Sun newspaper. When, well, just go and read Paul Cannibal's book. You know, it says it all. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's called Black and Blue. Brilliant title. But I mean, he was the first black player who ever played with Chelsea, and he went through absolute hell, yeah. But you talk to Chelsea supporters today, he's probably the most respected bloke there is. He's loved, he is. You know, whenever you see him, you know, everyone wants to hug him. Everyone loves him, you know. And now he's just getting the respect that he deserves because he's just had a suite named after him, hasn't he? The Cannibal Suite. And brilliant, you know, he deserves it more than anything. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, so down the generations, through the generations, things are different, things have changed. And people are perhaps more affected now by what someone in my generation would call, well, you know that expression, man up, yeah?
Yeah,
you've probably heard that before, yeah.
Of course,
now that's kind of not something that people like to say these days, yeah. Man up, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how men used to be. Men were. I'm not saying men were men, but men were slightly more. I mean, look. Let me put it this way: in the 70s and the 80s, there were no women going to football. Well, there was a few, but not that many. Not that many. And most people that went to football that stood beside you were young lads.
Yeah.
It was a man thing. It was a place where men went on a Saturday. They worked hard all week, right? It was a working class game too. So you went in, it was cheap to get in. You know, everything about the game's changed now. I wouldn't say it's a working class game at all now.
No,
in fact, I think the working class have been exactly. And that goes with the footballers as well. You talk about them being wrapped up in cotton wool. You used to be able to have a beer, you know, with the players, a drink. Can you imagine that?
No, no chance. No chance. You
Do you
can't.
know what? Can I make? Well, I'll tell you something that made me laugh today. I read somewhere. Check this out, yeah. And they asked the question to Romelu Lukaku. Did you see on his interview about how he had the COVID jab? Did you see that?
Yeah.
And there was a thing which was about footballers in general, and there was a thing where it said that most of them, quite a lot of them, have not had the jab yet, or decided not to have the jab, and all that sort of stuff. So they've given them this guideline, right, of what they can and can't do and what they shouldn't do. And do you know what one of the stipulations is? Honestly, it's unbelievable. Don't get near any supporters, right?
Wow.
And now, when you think about that, in order to get into football grounds, you have to be either double jabbed or have a PCR test that says you haven't got COVID,
which you've got to pay for.
So, wouldn't the footballer be kind of more at risk in giving us the jab? You'd think it, wouldn't you? But
yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? It's made going to games a lot more difficult, more stressful, more things to have to do. And if you're going every week, you got to do it every week. If you don't take the jab, right? I'm one of them people that can't have the jab. My doctor says I can't have it. I don't particularly want it anyway. So even if I could have it, I wouldn't have it. Right. So, but you know, at the moment, as it stands, you can go and you can have just a PCR test or whatever it is.
Yeah,
and
that might change in September, and that worries me because I'm a season ticket. But I suppose I'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. But
yeah, of course, yeah.
You know,
I don't think they should do that. I think that's ridiculous if they do that.
Manchester United have now.
Have they?
And they're also on the World Economic Forum's website. They've got their own frigging page, guys, about that. Sustainable development and all that.
That says they're going to they're going to get every club to do that then.
Well, Man United, their stipulation is, right, you have to be double jabbed, you have to be double jabbed, you must have the NHS app, and you must have a smartphone. So imagine if you're an old boy that doesn't kind of understand technology.
Yeah, you've got an old Nokia or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I know the case. Yeah.
Yeah. What's he going to do? Yeah, it's the way it's going to go, though, guys. And this is, well, you know, when you were talking about the internet and how bad things are, well, trust me, that won't be a problem in 2-3 years, because where it's going is COVID passports will result in the COVID bracelets, which will revolve into COVID microchips, which are about the size of that grain of rice. So everything will be done by. I mean, if you notice now, everything's done either by iris, your eyes, or your facial recognition on your phone.
Yeah, you're bang on.
So
Bang
it's
on.
going to go like that. And I'll tell you something now, 2 countries that never got involved in lockdowns, right, was Denmark and Sweden, yeah? And both of those have already stopped. Yeah, and Sweden have already started chip. So they've already got to the stage where they want it to be.
Yeah, because you know Sweden, you've got is it Scanvia Group? Yeah, Scanvia Group are the ones that own Saab and that. So them lot, that company, they stopped manufacturing cars, but they manufacture aeroplanes, tanks, military stuff. That's why Sweden are well ahead of the game. People don't think they are, but they're well ahead of the game. They manufacture all of that stuff.
Their people have already done the microchip.
Yeah, that's mental.
So,
I didn't know that.
they operate everything with their hands now. Everything is on their hands. You know, I'm not saying everyone, but a percentage of people have already started it by volunteering.
You reckon that's going to come like
300%, mate. I'm telling you now, you won't recognise the next 10 years.
Yeah, I know it's going to come, Tony. Yeah, I know it's going to come, but I'm saying, do you think it's going to come as quick as that?
Yes. I'll tell you for what, it's been rolling out massively fast in the last year while we've been dealing with this COVID. We've just been going alongside it, but we haven't noticed it. You just have to go on the World Economic Forum and read all about the fourth industrial, what they call it, the fourth industrial revolution, which is the association that we have with AI, artificial intelligence. Look, they have robots now, and you'll laugh at this one. But they have robots now that have citizenships. They have robots now that can drive a car faster than us, drive an aeroplane, work out things better. The best chess players in the world are getting beaten by bots. In fact, most, I have a thing online, Cash FX, which is foreign exchange currency dealing to that. Yeah, let me tell you now, 95% of the currency dealers, right, are bots. Honestly, mate, they can run faster than us now, lift faster than us. They can work. They're more intelligent than we'll ever be. And 9 out of 10 jobs that we do or we did will be done by them.
Yeah.
Now you might laugh at that, but I'm telling you, that's where we're going.
It's facts, mate. It's facts. I have to go now. But have you got a Twitter, Tony?
on that positive note.
No, not even. But
maybe we'll be signing a bot in 4 years' time, right? Yeah, we'll have Robot X. We'll buy them from Bayern, probably for 2.6 billion.
Yeah.
Crypto, 2.6 crypto. Do you know what though? Strange things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well,
but that's the future, you know. Yeah, but, I mean, you guys are going into another world, mate.
Trust me.
You guys, you youngsters.
Nice to meet you, Tony. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too, buddy. Yeah, check me out, Chelsea SW6, mate. Just
is that
on
your
the
Twitter,
Facebook?
Yeah? Oh,
no, that's the Facebook. That's Facebook. Facebook and YouTube.
I don't have that. But Fatta, send me the link, geezer. Fatta. Yeah. All right. Big up. Nice one. See you later.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
You too. Bye.
What's happened with Sammy then? He just disappeared.
Sammy's in backstage. I think he's still praying.
He's what?
Yo, Sammy, you better come back in, man.
Where'd you go?
So chair it, Sam.
Awesome.
What do we think, guys? What do we think? Let's talk about Arsenal, shall we?
For fuck's sake.
Now, let's talk about Arsenal, guys, right? Now, I've worked it out that they've spent, 150 million quid, right? They've got no money, but they've spent 150 million on about 5 players, but they're all crap, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
I feel...
none of them are going to really make a difference, are they?
No, not really.
Nope.
100 million quid they spend or nothing.
No, 150 million. They've just got the keeper now. Come out today. Ramsdale, 25.
Yeah. The total is 137 million.
No, there you go. So they're not far away. They've got that geezer back from Real Madrid, didn't they?
Yeah, I think
24
he's
million
the
for him.
only decent signing.
Yeah, he's all right, but he's not going to, big whoop,
Yeah.
But really, they've bought a lot of. You see, for me, right, that don't make any sense to me. I think, you know what, they've got an okay team. I would have maybe bought 2 players for 70, 80 million. Better quality.
So here's a tweet. So Chelsea this window has spent 98.7 million while making 93 million in sales. Meanwhile, Arsenal have bought in 137 million in worth of players, and from what we know, sold absolutely no one.
That's right. But would you take any of those 137 million pounds players?
Well, none of them even probably get on our bench.
One of them.
In all honesty, none of them even get on our bench. I'm being genuinely honest. None of them even get on our bench.
So, but here's the deal, guys. Right? Here's the deal. Right? Apparently on Sunday they've got a big march planned. Right? Kroenke out, and all that. How can they criticise Kroenke when he spent 137 million? Surely it's the way they put
players, Tony. Because he spent them on shit players.
But they've still spent the money.
Yeah, but on shit. On a load of shit.
I agree. In my opinion, I would have spent 80 million or 75 million or whatever and bought the geezer from Leicester. I would have done. To me, that would have made them much, much better.
I feel like they just had enough.
There's clearly an issue with their strikers.
I think they just had enough of the way that the structure of the club, though. They just had enough, and they just had enough of Kroenke. It's not because I think it's gonna be the second protest after today. I think today I've heard some gossip that they've done a first protest. I don't know what's all about, probably about the same Kroenke as well, and probably some people protesting about Arteta. On Sunday, there's gonna be the second protest for sure. But my only concern is if they do a protest, at least like a proper protest, not like invading the pitch like Manchester United do like last season. Like, don't try to get the game fall off,
But that protest worked better. That game.
Well, that's going to be a bit embarrassing in front of us, lot, isn't it? On Sunday.
That's the thing. It's like
it's embarrassing. Can you imagine us actually having to watch that? Embarrassing.
Yeah, the fans invading the pitch.
Well, I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll be outside. They'll do the walk, won't they? Walk of shame from Arsenal station to the Emirates, won't they?
That's what
probably walk left and go to the old stadium.
United fans would do.
Arsenal would be lovely.
Everything. They just busted into the training ground and started causing havoc.
But how can they criticise their chairman, right, or their owner, when he spent 137 million pounds?
Because he spent them on shit players, Tony.
Oh, I know he has.
Spent 150 million pounds and bought.
But he's still.
I don't know.
That's Arteta, though, isn't it? Surely, and the board or Edu, or whatever his name is. Can't be the owner, isn't he? He's sanctioned 137 million quid. That ain't bad.
Edu as well. Yeah, they complain
about. I mean, I agree with you. They bought a lot of shite, but they have bought a lot of shite for that. I agree. Who have they got? They got Ben Shite, haven't they? The Conga. They're giving Xhaka another contract.
That's a mocking one.
What, Xhaka? They're giving Xhaka another contract.
Xhaka, the one who told all their fans.
No. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. I think they signed Tavares as well, and then they got Ramsdale. So
yeah, they bought the goalkeeper, didn't they, from Sheffield United?
All are finished, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you reckon they'll get rid of the strikers? I think they'll get rid of Aubameyang.
I feel like this is gonna be the I would say the tank that's like a big gunner coming for their odds. That's why I feel like if Aubameyang leaves maybe in the next couple of weeks before the transfer window closes, that's a sucker punch for them, technically. But do I think that Barcelona are gonna get through this transfer by buying Aubameyang? I don't think so, because they're financially unstable now. Look what happened. They just literally let go one of the greatest player of all time to literally our biggest rivals in Europe. They're literally like a couple, like 1 foot away, literally 1 inch away from winning Champions League. So it's their fault that they're paying that huge wages to these players like Pjanic, Frankie de Jong, and who else in that team? Busquets as well.
And Griezmann.
Ousmane Dembele, Griezmann.
Yeah, Griezmann. I wouldn't mind Griezmann.
It's their fault though. But I don't think Barcelona will get.
Oh my God. Was he dancing there?
Yo, Sammy, get back here,
Sammy, bro. Where the fuck are you, Sammy?
Sammy, come on, man.
I was just about to introduce him there.
But yeah, Tony.
Oh,
just
mate.
To your point, like
Oh,
you said,
my.
I don't think we're gonna get
Sammy,
Aubameyang soon.
where are you?
But
Juliet settings.
I feel like Arsenal.
Yeah, let's be having ya.
I feel
Where
like
are
Arsenal
ya?
will be more vulnerable if Lukaku will bully their defense. They'll be more vulnerable at that. I don't think Bukayo Saka will be playing as good as people might thought he would be, but I feel like I don't want to rule out Arsenal just because last time we played them, it hasn't gone well for us. But
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. We always play them when they're in a shit position.
That's
they're
the
doing
thing.
shit, and then they always turn it on against us. It's mad, isn't it?
That's the thing. You can
Well,
have.
we
you can
don't
have
turn up.
It's like the old Arsenal when they beat us and then eventually lose to random club like Leeds United. So
yeah,
that's the thing. And don't forget, today's training session wasn't all players as well. They missed Kante, Pulisic, and Ziyech. Apparently, those 3 were injuries.
Well, can't they be fit? Is it Zayed? Is Zayed there?
Zayed should be out for the next couple of weeks.
Zayed, how you doing, Zayed?
When will he be back?
I'm alright, boys.
When will he be back?
I think Kante will be alright.
Will he be fit for the weekend, Zayed?
Yeah, I think he'll.
When
Yeah,
will
yeah.
Ziyech be back?
Ziyech won't be back for another 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, 'cause it's not as bad, is it, as what they first thought?
Yeah, definitely not.
What do you think, Zayed? What do you think about Arsenal? I mean, 137 million quid spent on, what is it, 5 players?
Yeah.
5 players. I mean, a lot of money, but would you be happy with that if you was an Arsenal fan?
Oh, 100% not. Because for that amount of money, you need to be able to spend money that will help the team and take the team to the next level. None of those players, for me, are good enough, except Odegaard, who's quite a decent player. But the rest of them, bang average. And it shows you that they just don't know how to run a club. It doesn't matter. You can spend the money what you want. It's about how you spend it. And
they clearly don't know how to
spend it.
But do you think somebody else could come in there and sort that out? You know, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of rumours, or there was a few rumours about Conte. I don't think Conte would fancy a project like that, would it? It's too much to do, isn't there?
I mean,
could you see?
Yeah, he seems the type of guy to enjoy. He gets what his players. He gets players he wants, and then he wins. But the board is just a mess. The board is an actual mess. It's the issue. I think a lot of fans are looking in the wrong direction in terms of the board is more of an issue than the Arteta is.
Are you going Sunday, Zayed?
I may be there. Yeah.
Does anyone know what time this protest is? I want to see this protest.
About 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on
I mean,
Sunday.
Really, 3 o'clock. Okay.
If you have a Chelsea shirt, I wouldn't go anywhere near them. They'll probably.
I'll do it every time.
Well, you're one brave person.
I swear to God, every time we play them, I go around the back of the North Bank. There's about 100 of them, crowded around like the old cameras. I've done it loads of times, you know what I mean? Loads of times.
Yeah. It is a
but
risk.
I know a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are all right, you know, like Kenny Ken's a good guy. Lee Gunn obviously clawed, but you know, God rest his soul and that. He was, you know, something else he was. He was a great guy. I do know a lot of them. And actually, away from the camera, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
But I've never had that grief, you know. I've never always walked behind that. And there's, you know, normally about 100 of them, right? And I'm always wearing blue. You know what I mean? But
wow, how do you come out alive? Would they beat you up or something?
no, they've never, no, never. You know, it's honestly, I walk round there. I normally after the game come out, as you know what Arsenal's like. It's like a concourse thing there, isn't it? And if we've won, we normally give it to the people upstairs, don't we, in the glass bit, you know, that look down. And then everyone disperses. Disperses quite quick at the Emirates. And I normally wait around in there. I might do, if you've got a fan cam thing, you know, outside, I'll do one of those and that. And then I'll walk round. Most of the time, it's on my own or with one other. I'll go round the back.
I've spoken to Kenny Ken before. He's a decent bloke.
Be right back.
Well, he's a very good guy. He's a really nice guy. He's old school, you know. There's no animosity. You know what I mean? Obviously, Lee Gunner, I've known him for years.
Yeah.
He's definitely. They're all Arteta out that lot. I just think it'd be. It's got to be worth a watch, isn't it? Seeing them do the old march.
I hope it doesn't postpone the game.
I think it'd be about 200 people, if that.
I bloody
Yeah.
well hope not. Because
But what are they actually going to complain about?
Honestly, Tony, real talk. I think the protests will help Chelsea because I think the last time there was a protest at the Emirates, it ended in flames for Arsenal. Remember, it was Villarreal versus Arsenal.
Oh yeah,
and Arsenal got eliminated on the away goals rule.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the protests would be a very, I think it would be a very morale dropping thing for the players.
Do you know, if I had a few quid round me, right, I would buy loads and loads and loads of inflatable. You know them inflatable European cups. And I'll sell them outside the away end. You know, just you know, for a quid or a couple of quid or so. So we had like, I don't know, 2,500 European cups. You know, things like that. You know what I mean? Just tickles me, but yeah, no, I've never had no trouble there really. I don't think it's a ground where you do get any trouble. You know what I mean? Arsenal. You know what I mean? Not really. They seem to be all right when I go around there. You know, but
I don't think they'll be the same in Tottenham.
No, that's a completely different experience. That is completely different.
Yeah,
you know?
I've heard that you should not walk anywhere near a Tottenham fan if you're wearing a Chelsea shirt.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because back in the day, the code of conduct was if you wore a shirt or you wore colours, you were almost untouchable. No one should hit you. It doesn't matter if you was on the opposite side or not. That was like the unspoken word, yeah. So if you were wearing colours, you weren't fair game for anything, yeah. You just leave them alone. One of them ones. But that's changed down years now, yeah. And Tottenham's one of them grounds where most people don't wear colours. So what you had is you had people kind of milling around each other, sometimes not knowing who the other person is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when I went to White Hart Lane, I was actually covering the protest there against their owner. I interviewed a few fans to get their opinions on it as an outsider looking in. And I have to say, the majority of them were rather welcoming to me. but there were a few minorities who were like, say, just get away from me and stuff.
Did you declare the fact that you was a Chelsea supporter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the others, but the others, they were actually quite all right with me. Like the security guards, like they were Tottenham. Like even the Tottenham fans who were security guards, they were fine with me. And I met a few content creators there as well.
Yeah, I mean it's one of them grounds. I've got to be honest. It's like one of them. I like going there, but I hate going there. Yeah, you got that long old walk, isn't you, from Seven Sisters? I'm just saying Tottenham in general. You got Seven Sisters. It's quite a long old walk in it to stadium. It's just I don't like it.
Look, my main look. I know for you old school Chelsea fans, your biggest rivalry has been Tottenham. Not for me. With me, it's always been Arsenal.
Yeah, I get that.
My logic is a rivalry is based on trophies, and since Tottenham don't win any, I don't see why I should call them rivals.
Yeah,
but Tony, in terms of away days, what away day you think is the best?
Well, they're all different. They'll give you. There's all the good and bad sides to all of them, and of course the experience is different back in the day to what they are now. But I don't know. Go through the league and I'll tell you. Arsenal, yeah. Start off with Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Fantastic seats, really comfortable seats, yeah. Lots and lots of room. It's like going to the cinema. It's that good, yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
They never made any compromise when they made that stadium. They couldn't build on top, so they can't put a roof on it, so they can't go any bigger. So what they have got is they've made the best of the space that they had within the 60,000. So it's not like the seats aren't squeezed together and that. They're nice big seats, lots of space in front and behind, yeah. It's a great view. I like the before thing at Arsenal because I have a go to the cafe opposite where the letters are, the big Arsenal letters, and have something in there, or the pub that's there. There used to get a bit of Jamaican, like rice and peas and jerk chicken and ackee, all that sort of stuff. That's nice. And it's nice to meet up with some of this because I know them all beforehand. And I always find it quite an enjoyable experience, if I'm honest. It's very non-threatening, very quite passive in terms of an away game, yeah. All right.
All I have to say is that I've never been threatened by going to either North London club.
No, well, Tottenham I have, but compare the Emirates experience, yeah, Ziyad, to the hybrid experience. It's chalk and cheese.
Oh,
completely different. The old terracing, the North Bank, the clock ends.
Stadiums, though, to be fair. The new ones, like the ones in North London and West Ham, they just resemble something like a soulless corporate bowl.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah,
like the pitch is like 5 bus lengths away from.
Yeah, that's right.
From the seats, it doesn't feel anything to the fans.
No.
Yeah,
whereas with Stamford Bridge and like a few other stadiums like Villa Park, you almost feel part of like you're near the players. Like you can take a selfie with them if they want to.
Yeah, Villa Park's a great experience. It's a great away game. That is a great away stadium. Not too far to go, obviously the Midlands, but it's a really nice stadium. Villa, great acoustics. They make a lot of noise when they get going.
Yeah,
Just a really pleasant day, that is, Villa.
What about
I liked it.
what about Liverpool, Anfield? Because I'm going there for this season, and I'm just interested to see what you think of Liverpool away.
Yeah, I've done Liverpool.
Away
Probably.
day tickets, man. You're so lucky.
Yeah, I've done Liverpool probably about 30, 40 times, in my lifetime. Watching Chelsea, I've done all the big ones, the Champions League semis and all that. And they were incredible nights. But yeah, you'll really enjoy it, You'll really, really enjoy it. Are you going up on the sports coach? Are you going up on the coach or?
I may be going coach, but then also I might take the train. I'll just see which one.
Okay, train, you're going to get off at Lime Street, and then you've got all the problems of getting into the. Both stadiums are literally quite close together and separated by a big park called Stanley Park, yeah?
Right, yeah.
Right, okay, and at the top end, right, where Anfield, you've got a big pub there called Arkles. That's where we always drink in when we play Everton.
Right.
Especially Everton, and then we walk through the park, because at the bottom end of the park is Goodison.
Yeah.
Everton. But yeah, you'll like it. I mean, you just walk up to the top of the road. You're on the Anfield Road. Walk down there, and our bit's on the left-hand side. One of the best times I ever went there was when we beat them 2-0. The game that to Gerrard slip.
Oh wow, yeah.
That was incredible. That was that day because
Were you there when Gerrard slipped?
Yeah, we was to be fair, that game was sandwiched in between the Atletico games, if you remember right, in the semi-finals of Champions League under Mourinho, remember? And so we Liverpool were going great guns, and none of us were kind of looking forward to it. We were almost kind of got ourselves to the point where we thought we were going to lose. You know what I mean? Because it was in between the Champions League games, and we were obviously going to swap the team about, which we did do. And so none of us were expecting to win, And before the game, it was really mad because all the Liverpool fans were all bowling around in Champions of England T-shirts. So they'd obviously bought it off the stalls around there, when people were selling T-shirts.
Oh my God, they got that
yeah.
carried away.
Oh yeah. And a big rumour went out that apparently we spat on their memorial, which was bollocks, absolute bollocks. We did not. That turned out to be fake. Anyway, they proper lost it after the game. Because I don't know if you know. Yeah, because I don't know if you know, but when we play up north, but in particular the northwest and the northeast, we always have a lot of Glasgow Rangers there with us, because we've got a big affiliation with Rangers. And when we came out of the turnstiles because they let us out. And the Liverpool fans come flying into us. It was like a little battle. It was outside. They probably lost it. They did. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
They actually we see them. They were chucking eggs out the team bus as well. The Chelsea bus came in. You know what they done in the Man City bus? They didn't trash our bus, but they chucked all eggs and stuff, and
And they did that to Real Madrid fans as well.
Yeah, so we all enjoy the Liverpool experience. It's it's all right. Right before the start of the game, they do the old "Never Walk Alone" and all that, and
that song. I don't know. Even if you're not a Liverpool fan, I feel like that song does give a bit of goosebumps. That it will never walk alone. It does get you hyped up for a game.
It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, but did you know that in the 70s, right, most teams used to sing it. It weren't just Liverpool.
Mm.
I mean, it is a Liverpool song, it's but I'm just saying that. But yeah, no, you'll enjoy that, mate. It's good, It's good. You should enjoy it.
So,
what do you think of the round suit?
Sorry. Just because when we're talking about away days, I feel like some of them all different in their own aspects, but it's just some of them. Yeah, go on.
Just Sorry, I didn't realise. I'm just looking at because since I've been bloody having to chair this, because where is Sammy? I've had some messages. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry that I haven't replied to any of these because I'm not used to this. Obviously, Sammy's normally doing it.
I think he's
But,
praying right now.
have I been to Leeds United? Yes, many times. And it was amazing in the 80s when we used to play them. Proper naughty before, proper naughty during, proper naughty afterwards. Trust me. And it will kick off when they come to our place in December. 100%. Cryptic, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If I've missed anything, anybody
Nippon,
else?
where are you, Nippon?
Heathrow Airport.
Why are you at the airport?
He's getting on a plane with me. He's done it all, hasn't he? Planes, trains, and automobiles.
In the building. Yo, what's up, Nat?
Why are you at Heathrow?
Hey, boys.
What's up, Nat? Hey.
How come you're at Heathrow? How come you're at Heathrow?
Just some late night bus spotting.
What? Where are you going though? You going home?
Yeah, I'm going home.
Where's home?
Do you know a place called Hillingdon?
Yes, I do. Yeah, next to Greenford.
Yeah, next to Greenford. Do you know?
I used to live in Norfolk.
I live in Northwood. It's between Bridge.
Pinner.
Why'd you have to go through Heathrow?
I just like.
Yeah, you're nowhere near it.
I just need to find a place to charge my phone.
So you've gone to Heathrow Airport to charge your phone?
Yeah.
Well, why not? Why not indeed?
Trains.
So how far are you from home?
Very.
About 2 hours.
Oh my god!
He's going to get on another bus in a minute.
So
Don't you
why
understand?
were you?
He's got free bus service.
Where's Sammy gone?
He's on your bus.
So why were you at Creams 2 hours away from your house?
Because that's where I was feeling hungry.
2 hours away.
It's like that Del Boy sketch, isn't it? With to Trigger, you know, when Rodney says to Trigger, Del said, he's going to give me a lift to the pub. And he said, but you had to walk past the pub to get here. Crazy. That's what that is, isn't it?
So you.
There he is.
Oh,
there he is. Look.
There he is.
The old screen, look.
So Sammy's still about.
There you go.
It's just...
Sammy's.
I think
dropped me in it. He's left me in it.
No, but unless who's got control of the StreamYard though?
Yeah,
technically, Sammy's backstage. I think he's praying.
Yeah, he's still here though.
Anyone got any questions out there, guys?
Get your question in.
How do you boys think Brentford's going to do this season? I know they beat Arsenal opening day.
Who's that? That sounds different. Is that Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Hello, Nathaniel.
How
are you? Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to do all right. Yeah.
I think they'll stay up.
Yeah, me too. I think they're the next Leeds. Well, the Leeds for this season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be a good away day as well with the new ground.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's.
Oi, Sammy, where have you been?
I don't like them seats at Brentford, though. Do you? Anyone like them seats? They're like multicoloured seats, aren't they?
It's not that bad.
So, Sammy, you want to update us where you've been?
It doesn't matter where I've been, but I'm here to end the stream. I know you guys are all had fun.
Nah. I know you've been, because I know you talked to me that you've been critical of Werner. Like, what's your take on the accident today, man?
Shut up, man. It's been too long. It's too late for that.
Too late.
Wait. Do you want the stream to carry on? Wait, do you want the stream to carry on?
I want to hear from my Belfast guy, innit?
Okay.
Oh, you need to ask the audience, I suppose.
What about the Werner thing today?
No, Nathaniel wants to know, doesn't he? He wants to know your take on it.
Man like Nathaniel, how you doing, bro? I don't like Werner. I've made it very clear. But I would never abuse him. Never. I've met him. I've had selfies with him. I'll support him. At Arsenal away, I will be singing the Timo song very, very loud, and I'll back him 100% away, even though he's not my favourite player at the clubs. And so any abusive players, I disagree. I think we all have our opinions on players, but there's a way to express it and there's a way to deal with it. That's my take on it.
Man like Werner.
Turbo team up.
Hey, Sammy Crofty's got a message for you.
Yeah, Crofty.
We're not like, to be honest, he only wants nipping.
Yeah,
we all got to go.
Yeah, he's telling him to put nipping on full screen and ignore the rest of us.
I'm not going home. Yeah.
He ain't going home, and that's legitimately he ain't going home. He ain't going home.
Nippon,
he's at Heathrow. He's at Heathrow Airport.
Heathrow Airport.
Why are you at Heathrow Airport?
Charge his phone.
I'm on the Heathrow Express
Sammy.
platform.
Yeah, why?
Leaving the country, innit?
Where are you going?
Just kidding. I just like travelling, innit?
Nice. If you want to, why don't you take a trip to Peterborough? Say hello to Tony. If you like travelling.
Nah, Nippon, go.
Or go Devon. Go Devon to Fava.
Mate, it's midnight. But when are you going home?
I am going home.
Okay.
He's on a midnight train to Georgia. Careful of the police, Nippon.
Boys, do you want the stream keep on running, or do you want me to end it right now?
It's up to you, Sammy.
I'm going to end it, but if you don't want to stay on, I'll keep it running.
Hey, Nippon. Luke said go get.
I'm knackered. I'm knackered, man. Honestly.
Okay, I'll end it there.
No, you got some fans, Sammy. You got some fans. Cryptic and Crofty are loving Nippon.
Has anyone got a last question?
Yeah, last question.
For Nippon.
Last question. Because Ziad's having too much fun. He doesn't want to end it.
Crofty, you didn't say hi to me, man. What? Why, man? Earlier. I know this is Spice.
Well, Crofty, if you want to come on and host it, you can.
No. This is Spice second account. I know it.
Yeah, we have to end the stream when Nip has home.
Spice, I'm exposing you.
Nippon fan TV.
Oh, God. Look, man.
You're a star, Nippon. I reckon you should be playing up front Sunday.
The future SW6 presenter.
Could be, couldn't he? I'm looking for one, Nippon. I might have to nip him. Nip him.
Oh, he's gone.
You want nip and sing a Timo Werner chant. So we get him to do it.
Guys, it's I'm going to end it there, unfortunately. I know you lot was having fun, but thanks for everyone who tuned in, especially at it's almost midnight. Tony, Nathaniel, Ziad, Fava, as always, and Nipan, as always, thanks for coming on. Tony, we will see you on more, and of course the others.
Yeah, man.
We'll be doing fan cams at Arsenal, so and I'll definitely get one with Tony, 100%, and Fava.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And guys, thanks.
Might be doing a preview, isn't it? Is it doing a preview?
Yeah, if you can sort that for tomorrow, you'd be.
Yeah. You want it tomorrow,
Tony? Yeah.
He's doing tomorrow on his channel, isn't it?
So if you could do it for tomorrow, make sure you check out Tony. But if not, check out Tony's channel anyways. It's Chelsea SW6. It's in his team. Yeah. It's in his name right now. And
well, I'm on Lee Gunners on Sunday with Eunice.
Nice.
Can you believe it?
Well, make sure you watch that.
Yeah.
So guys, thanks for everyone for watching. We're doing a big giveaway. I don't know if you've seen it. If you watch Lewis's top 4 predictions, we're giving away huge prizes to only our subscribers. So make sure you check that. Crips says do another stream tomorrow. Of course, for you we will. But yeah, so make sure you check out the giveaway because we do care about you fans and carry on subscribing.
Oh, nice, Cryptic.
And love boys up the Chelsea.